My name is Charlene Zigudhu, and I'm representing Women Power Trust. Okay, as an emerging organization, a new organization that is starting to operate, we have been being capacitated by Conscious Development and Empowerment Trust, so that we are able to help young women, in fact, women generally, so that they are able to stand up, speak out their voices, rise, advocate for what they want, stand their ground, demand their spaces. So as an organization, we have actually helped some women who have been evicted from their households. We actually consulted Conscious Development and Empowerment Trust to help us through the legal processes or as a referral path. So they had to help us go to Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, and then the victims to be represented. The situation was very bad because where they are were all 100 villages.
How many are women?
About 70% of the villagers, or let me say those who came forward, were women. Because probably maybe women, we have got a heart, we have the kids, we have our elderly, and so maybe I'm the one who wants to help, and probably the men might say, I'm going to Harare and look for a job, then when I got the job, I will come and take you, but I'm being left behind. So 70% were women.
And these villages were being evicted?
Yes, and they were being evicted. So the challenge that they had was the people that were actually evicting them at the military. The place that they are residing was said to be a military base, and said they were going to be evicted. So they had no powers. They didn't have anyone to represent them, and so they came. Say, we're being evicted, so can we have legal representation? But we don't have money. So we actually approached Conscious Development and Empowerment Trust, which later referred us to Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. They were given court dates, and they were set. And the last time I communicated with the villagers, they came to Mutare and they were given a date to come for court ruling, but the court kept on being postponed up to date. It's being postponed. Okay, we've been much into advocacy for human rights. So we actually had complaints about gender-based violence that were coming through, and we had to refer to the rightful organization that we would want to help.
Okay. Yes. And then what is a key lesson that you're taking away from today's dialogue?
From today's dialogue, I feel like I've learned that everything should be documented. The challenge that we had was some of these things, or some of those that were being evicted, we had to look for documents. And some of them, they've lost their documents. So by the presentation that I saw, I actually felt like everything needs to be written down for future reference, so that it's easier. Even one wants to help, you would just say, I have paper, it's written there, it's there, and it's easy for one to help. Personally, I would say we need to incorporate the citizens whenever we are planning on something, or whenever we want to have a structure. We need to include the citizens so that we can hear what they think, because they are the ones who are in the communities.